Hello there.
Hello there.
My name's Cam Hassard.
I'm Lucas Laufen.
We're here for the sake of art and joy.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Cam's joyful, you just can't tell by that deep voice.
That's right. We are a couple of Australians in Germany, and it's a pleasure to be part of this live event. Words and music, a marriage.
Indeed.
He'll be doing the music, I'll be doing the words.
You probably could have guessed that, I think, by that intro.
Should we roll straight into something?
I suppose I'm never too sure about when to start these streams, but
Yeah.
I think we'll just roll in, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So just a bit of minor housekeeping. So Lucas has got 6 lovely songs to play you, and I've prepared 6 letters that are written between 2 hypothetical fictional characters based on his songs. So let's kick things off with a letter and see where it leads us. Dear Janie, I thought I saw you at the field yesterday. She had the shape of you, but when I got close, some other face appeared. The eyes weren't right, the gaze all but absent. A bunch of kids were playing volleyball in the sand, and one yelled out in a rush as his team won the point. The sun was unusually bright for the end of November, casting its gaze as if it might stick around for a while. I walked diagonally across a green patch. There was a woman in a red jacket leaning against a sapling, her porcelain face soaking every last ray of the day's gift. I sat there on a bench seat in the open grass and watched the sun too as the kites above yanked in curves against the sepia blue. One looked to me like a dragon, an oriental butterfly, hovering on high as if stationary, yet its tail stripes fluttered in the day's breeze, giving the impression of flowing full throttle through space and time. A contrail line of a lone jet in the stratosphere juxtaposed in the opposing direction, sharp and clear as the plane's end, fizzling out, wisping powerlessly as it billowed into nothingness. I dreamed of foreign lands last night. I was in Morocco, I think. The sun and moon and other celestial bodies glowed luminous cream white against the black void of the night. Husking over the souks, locals meandered lazily around the Medina, and I felt lost but warmed, drunk in the balmy Neptunian din. It's cold here at the field now. The porcelain girl has left, and even the dragons are weary. Right soon, Oliver.
Beautiful. And leading on, this track's called Bottom of the Leaves. You'll have to dig me up from the bottom of the leaves, traveling down to the earth, falling red from the trees, like the red in my eyes, but they're not red from the season. They're just strained from the light. Couldn't fall asleep for some reason. And tired my bones grow weaker, but know that the way through the stone is no longer for anyone else on this road. The colors are grieving, but I will find my way. at the edge of the breeze, where the light on the hill meets the green and the teeth. And here you lift me up when I'm weak at the knees. Pull me back into time, thaw me back from the freeze. And slowly my bones grow warmer and know that the way back to home is no further for anyone. Oh, son, this road, the seabirds are leaving in calmer company. Still is this foreign rain.
Dear Ollie, a line snaked around the block from the post office on my wander to the cemetery this morning. Last-minute packages before Christmas, folks rugged up and masked to the hilt. The junkies and boozers, conversely, huddled in the square as a pack, necking chilled half-pints, not even noon, circling into each other as they tend to. And that one lady I saw again, holding fort alone from that crew, rugged up in layers of miscellany, crusty tinfoil moulded to her ankles and neck, there up on the steps of the church, thumbing through a paperback. No one would come out with me this week. No one wants to leave the house. Yet Armageddon itself couldn't stop the locals from the nourishment of shared company. Some strange comfort as I sit here solo, amongst the iron angels and shallow graves. It's a lonely time, when one needs to head to the local cemetery for decent company. Thankfully, this one happens to be beautiful too. December was darker than usual, far heavier than I'm accustomed, as if all the shadow mass of our collective yearnings stacked on for shits and giggles, merciless, unforgiving. I didn't get out of bed a couple of days last week, and I'm okay with that. Anyway, things are busy. I've started rating the hues of grey from my front window. Slate, granite, belly button lint, gunmetal and Gandalf, deep funk, and plain old death itself. I miss the ocean. A soul as choleric as mine shouldn't be so far away from it. Give me gulls over ravens, salt over stillness, fresh mist over fog. I feel different these days, Ollie, but I can't put my finger on why. Furthest I've ever felt, yet arriving somewhere too. Ready to lift, just waiting on wings and some decent coordinates. I feel close to everything and nothing. When do we get to be close again? Yours always, Jane.
Just when I thought there's no use for this, I put my legs on the table, uncased all my instruments, spilled out my body again. Living right next to the main road is part of it. Sirens await me, I stop at the start of it. But maybe the noise, that's what's pulling the honesty out of my body again. I was born on the 8th day of way through the autumn, just when the west wall was crumbling and falling. It buried a part of me under the city, but grace led me back to the sea. Grace said, go home to the sea. You're home by the sea. You're home by the sea. You're home by the sea. Comfortable searching horizons in change. My friends are indignant, the eyes in the crowd, they say, find what you need, but don't stay put forever. Go back to your home by the sea. 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 Go back to your home by the sea.
My dearest Jane, the days are finally stretching out. Not by a lot, but I'll take the scraps. An extra minute, a few moments. Doesn't really make a difference in the end, I suppose. I'm sat here in the park watching a dog waiting for his ball to come. He doesn't seem too worried about the time. It's the sort of day where you can see your breath billowing out in chimney streams. I wonder if you've noticed how things don't look the same. The buildings, the streets, the people. It's like they're there, but the mind doesn't register them as they are, or were, or should be. Something's getting between it all. A strange illusion. Maybe I should lay off the coffee. Last night I dreamed of long-winded conversations that circled like rainbow serpents. the words curling and curdling into each other, juicy chains of syntax in every known colour. Letters lit up like neon, rising and fading into the ether. I miss flying in my dreams. Hell, I even miss the big waves. Those ones where you're frozen at the head of a beach as a giant tsunami charges toward. An enormous Hokusai type thing, mythic, but never quite reaching you, deep in terrified anticipation, until it's somehow broken over, or never hits at all, as you slip back into waking life again. Hokusai was a Scorpio as well, you know. His birthday's a day before mine. Same as the guy who played Bob in the original Twin Peaks. True story. Did you know Hokusai had over 30 different names for himself throughout his life? Each one related to the stage of mastery he was in. Made me wonder why we settled for only one. One that we don't even get to choose. It's probably a good thing. I'm terrible with names as it is. I'll wander up to the Cross Hill shortly and try catch a glimpse of the sunset. It's not quite 36 views of Mount Fuji here, but it'll do. As ever, I'll search for you from up there, try to picture where you are, and how the views compare from your summit peaks. Love, Ollie. Still just Oliver, for now.
I know where silence lives, way up north where the border meets the west, 15 feet above the sea. Wind'll come and the cold keeps telling me it knows who silence is. A decade ago I could paint my whole face in it, hidden black behind my knees, looking to a window to 10 more in front of me. I know running is wrong, but I'm gonna run anyway. If leaving was wrong, why did happiness follow me? I know where silence sleeps, way down south where the cloud line meets the cliffs, wandering down toward the beach, where rivers were running. The stars keep telling me they know who silence is. I hope he's on that boat with my mother in Budapest, not wasting time on the streets, but headed for the hills where I'll remake my memories. I know running is wrong, but I'm all out of words to say. If leaving was wrong, why did happiness follow me? Don't grieve this too long, it's a waste of your life to pray. the sea, covered from the storm where the world won't trouble me. Thank you, man.
Lovely, man.
Should we take a kleiner Pause to
Yeah,
explain a few more things?
we should. Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're friends, you know,
we're good pals.
in real life.
Yeah.
So this stream, maybe you already know, but it's organised to fund the Indigenous literacy program back home. I'm sure there's some links attached here somewhere.
Yep.
Please check it out. Thank you to Other Cam in Hamburg for organising this. We get double cam.
Yeah.
Got double cam.
2 times the can. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be involved with this. And this is a series that'll be running right through early 2021. So check into the next episodes.
Indeed, I'm not sure who it'll be, but
Yeah, there should be a guide there somewhere.
Also, Cam, I thought it might be cool to talk about where we are.
It's a good point.
Because
Yeah.
people actually when they come to this place, I get asked every time actually what this building is, and I reference the small scrapings of whatever you've told me to remember, because I have a sieve memory and you know a lot actually.
Well, maybe. Well, it's our secret underground lair, right?
Yeah.
So we're in the bunker level of an old DDR facility. It used to be a Soviet armaments factory, and was then a spy station, effectively, under the East German regime here in Berlin, just north of the city centre, in a suburb called Weissensee. And it's a pretty cool building. Obviously, it's not running under that guise anymore. It's a creative hub, and there's hundreds of residents living above us in the massive sprawling building here. But down here in the bunker, we've got ample studio rooms, and it's a real labyrinth of intrigue and mystery.
It's the rooms don't look like this when we start. This is
It doesn't come like
I wish
this.
we could show you what this room looked like. It was a graveyard for older security screens. Actually, we almost cut ourselves to bits getting them all out of here. And there was actually a big seal on the door still. I don't know what it was, but it's an old wax seal, and there was a wire alarm threaded through it. So I guess it hadn't been opened, I don't know for how long, but...
Yeah, I think the untold stories of this place are many. There's another whole level underneath us as well, where few dare to roam.
Well, we actually got scared of that place, so we put a board over the entranceway and painted over it. Now you can't get down there at all, and no one knows, actually. It just looks like part of the wall.
Yeah.
It's a bit creepy.
Horror movie vibe.
Yeah, indeed.
Nice one, man.
Cool. Well...
Should we get back into it?
Yeah, I suppose.
All right. Another letter. Dear Oliver, in all this, I don't even know anything about you. The tone of your skin, the husk of your voice, the crane of your brows, your blemishes, the grip of your hold, the shape of you, your scent and your gait. I suppose even imagination finds its resting point. Perhaps that's just laziness or the whiskey talking. It's dead quiet up here at the lake house. Some nights are so silent outside, it's a solipsist's dream. In those moments you can convince yourself you're in it alone. No engine drone, no static, just the lambent hush of the log burner behind scorched glass, the crackly blues on the record player, and occasionally the bump of the screen door when a gust husks through the woods and rushes across the lake. The lake is already frozen solid. The wolves are in hiding and the bears too, together warm in their own private universes. But we're all hibernating now. A breath for the brain to think fresh again, let the mind kick up its heels a while. When they've shed their snow after a blizzard, the trees around the lake look like brainstems, the woods vast and endless. I take long walks through the haunted foliage down to where the river flows, our shared motion in protest of the elements. I met a neighbour the other day who lives up by the old log house. John. He gives a good nudge at Scrabble, but he's no competition for this mind. Wink, wink. Still, it's good to know a soul of decent flesh and blood dwells up here in the vicinity. I hear a wolf howling now as I write, a farewell, a goodnight kiss, and with it the rumble of a distant train, its horn carrying eerily across the night with the moon high up glowing over the lake's whiteness. Soon it will be spring again, and we'll swim in that lake once more, to freak ourselves out by the hidden depths beneath. Another turn of the tropics, another line chalked, one more click in the Rubik's Cube. It's getting late, and the record player is buzzing electrified static, a song in its own right. Sleepy land beckons. My love to you, Jane.
I'm worried that my seeds will take. I'm wondering how deep they're buried, scattered through the hills, the lake, into the river, through the valley, but they won't grow. I'll leave here with all my love. I'll disappear. I wonder if one day I'll wake with everything that I can carry, holding my arms like featherweight. When all my friends are home and married, I pray they know that I'll leave here with all my love. I'll disappear. Guess that I should want to stay, but I can't yet, I'm just not ready. The sun might cost a lot of change when the mountain comes to hold me steady. If I don't go and plant seeds here, I fear my light, it will disappear. So let me go. I'm done here. Don't chase my ghost. Oh, disappear.
Beautiful. Jane, we bought a new dog the other day, a pup named Wolfie. He's a Belgian Griffin and looks kind of like an old trucker with a beard and outlaw eyes. The kids picked him out. I would have chosen the Scottish Terrier if I had my way. In any event, it's comforting having a small hairy creature flit across the floorboards again. It's a long time between missives. I've not forgotten you. I forget a lot of things these days, but you're not amongst them. They say we're just grains in the sand of time, Jane, which is illusion anyway. But lately I haven't been able to tell if we're chilling by the ocean or locked in the middle of a desert. There are virtues to both scenarios. On the one hand, the promise of cooling oasis, exotic delights, of erosion across millennia and the sun's ever-melting scorch. On the other, the lap of salt and spray, the meld of tide and constant, if not predictable, variation, and the chance to perhaps, with luck, one day become a piece of a castle turret. Glory, however short-lived. Whatever the scene, our grains expand and collude. We make new grains, graft onto each other, separate, return. Each grain for a galaxy, every beach and desert for a universe. Well, I'm no astrophysicist. Given the choice, I fancy I'd be a black rock amongst scattered quartz and shell fragments at the lip of a volcanic island, or a sand grain on the surface of Mars. Did you know the ancient environment of Mars actually had streams and shores just like we do? Alluvial fans and dunes too. Maybe we lived there together once. I'm trying to think what sand you'd be. Pink coral off the Caribbean coast, perhaps. Or the glass sediment of a remote Arctic coast. Whatever the case, each grain is a story worth exploring. Each one a living, working memory. Wolfie's scratching my leg now and needs a feed. Should probably feed the kids as well, I suppose. Promise to not leave it so long next time. Sentiments from sediments. My desert to your ocean. Oliver.
That took me to Mars, man. Feet on the ground, statues of builders, cozy and growing up like grass in the mound. Burying my legs in the stone before they sink to the sound. I'll drive them to somewhere they can just wander for days on around. Find peace in you. Find peace. peace in you. There's a well in my soul, a need for a princess. I got one, but still there's a fear that I hold. As I think alone while I pray that when I am old, I'll outlive her warmth. May our happiness pay for the risk I was told. And I'll find peace in you. Find peace in you. Feet on the ground, statues are built here, cozy and growing up like grass in the mound. Burying my legs in the stone before they sink and they drown. I fly them to Dublin where they can just wander for days on a round. Find peace in you. Find peace in you. It's your last letter.
Lucky last. Ollie, John died last month. It came out of the blue, or grey rather, and for a long time there it sat. It didn't feel real then, and it still doesn't. Nothing has for ages. I query to you and the ether as witness, if it ever did. This fresh year has brought a tepid edge to the winter squalls, but other than that, it's the usual scene. Frost on the windowsill, the scent of burning wood, vanilla and spices from the kitchen, warming coffee roast in the mornings and evenings before a meal. Ollie, if dreams only find us in the depths of our sleeping hours, what purpose is there to wake at all? Could we not have engineered ourselves to simply hibernate our successive lifetimes and drift easy through pillowy triumph in the perpetual, ceaseless fog of etheric connection? The air is very still now, Ollie, but the silence is not. The lack of sound up here is, as David White once wrote, tidal. A seasonal movement left to itself, an intimation of the end, a graveyard of fixed identities. Within it here I dwell, more than ever alone, though never lonely, enriched if not rich, emboldened if not innately bold. And in that quiet of disaffected imagination and heart, I reach you, my conduit to another realm. I release my anguish in the elements, here by the lakeside, where pain and love are one, in full acceptance of our imperfect fate. Until the next, Jane.
barefoot through rabbit blood. I hope he died for someone's sins, or both his eyes were shut. Unknown that fate had stitched him up. Just 10 steps from his saving grace, he's a million miles from love. I walk down the hallway through this life of luck. I wish I'd found just something in the way his time was cut. Now I'll have years to bring this up, wondering how I got to outer space and a million miles from love. A million miles from love. I still think about the rush from a million miles above. A million miles above. I walked barefoot till I was spent. Please come pain into my legs and heal the detriment. Further, faster I push up. 10 breaths into feeling less. I'm a million miles from love. A million miles from love. I still think about the rush from a million miles above. A million miles above. A million miles from love. I still think about the rush from a million miles above. A million miles above.
Beautiful, man.
Beautiful also, man.
That was a real pleasure.
That was nice to hear that for the first time as well.
Yeah, I feel like I was as well. It was a pretty spontaneous writing process.
Did you put them away and like forget about them, or?
Yeah, they just came out and then put them in envelopes and yeah, here they are being read the first time, really.
What are you going to do with them?
Don't know, maybe just leave them here for you to clean up.
Leave them in the dungeon.
In the dungeon.
For all time.
That's right. Folks, thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed this little segment of word
Yeah,
and song.
thanks so much. It's I don't know, it's a weird time, I guess, for everyone. So
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a strange time, I guess, in January in Berlin. It's just started to snow, and it's a lot different to back home. So yeah, it's nice to do things.
That's right. Where's home for you again, man? You're
in Port Lincoln,
Yeah.
South Australia.
yeah, Melbourne for me.
Yeah. How long have you been here for?
About 6 years, I think.
6 years.
Yeah. You?
So we're coming up 5.
Okay.
I thought
Yeah.
you'd been over a bit longer.
It might be a bit longer, actually.
Okay.
Actually, no, this year probably will be 7. Starting to lose track.
Yeah.
That's a
I think
worry.
after the last one, it's like, yeah, it's become a bit of a mess in my head.
Yeah.
A good mess.
Yeah. I think it's a positive mess.
Hmm.
Yeah. A million miles from home. Where is home? Do you feel like home is here for you now?
Well, every time I go back to Port Lincoln, which admittedly hasn't been for a little while now with the circumstance, it's yeah, I'm pulled back here now for sure. Like I don't know. I think home's a more complex definition than most people give to it.
Sure.
I think there's different parts pulling different places, I think. But at the moment, I am choosing to be in Europe. It's not like I've been forced over here. Like,
No.
This is where I want to
Well,
be.
we're a bit stuck here at the moment, but
Well,
that aside.
yeah, I guess. But
Yeah, no, for sure.
and you're intending to stay as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, as you said, home's a loaded term and there's different levels to it. My roots are always going to be in Australia. They'll always be in Melbourne. In terms of where the future is, it could be either here or elsewhere. Somewhere. completely
Island in
different.
Spain.
Island in Spain. Mars. Who knows?
Mars. Well, yeah, I don't know. There's lots of future movies and writings about that, but
There is.
I've thought living on Mars would be like just living in the middle of the desert but cold,
Yeah.
never warm. Like
No.
why would you want to live?
Martians. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, it could get a bit weird.
I think that's the point where I'd lose my mind, actually.
All right, let's stay on Earth
Yeah.
for the time
Okay.
being.
Yeah, thanks again, and I don't know, see you in real life at some point, I guess.
And open those pockets for the Indigenous Literacy Foundation. Great cause.
Yeah, indeed.
And a pleasure to be supporting them.
Yeah, make it rain,
Make
please.
it rain.
Ciao.
Ciao.